Hello students, this is Monica, PGT in Computer Science from Sri GK Jain High Secondary School. Today I am going to teach for 11th Standard Computer Science Chapter 10 Flow of Control. And this video is a continuation of my previous videos. In my previous videos I explained you about the selection statements and the sequential statements. Sequence statements in the sense you will have one or more statements that will be executed in a sequential order from top to bottom only once. And the selection statements I explained you all the selection statements starting from if else, nested if else if ladder with the switch statement and the nested switch statement. Today we are going to discuss about the iteration statements. Iteration statement is a very important concept in your C++. Explain now about the iteration statements. Iteration statement will have a sequence of statements that will be executed repeatedly until your condition is satisfied. Whatever condition you are using in the program, until that condition satisfying, you will have a sequence of statements that will be executed one or more times. And you have three types of statements in your iteration. The first one is for loop, next one is while loop, and the third one is do while loop. Before going to the for loop, I just tell you the parts of the loop. You will have four different elements in each and every loop. The first element will be your initialization expression. The second element is your test expression, and the third one will be your updating your expression, and the fourth element will be your body of the loop. And going to your for loop, I will explain all the elements in detail with the example. For loop is nothing but it is a very simplest way of your statement, and that allow the program to execute your statements more than one time, that is repeatedly. And I told you will have three different elements in your looping statements. The first one initialization, the second one is your test expression, and the third one is your updating your expression. And we will have a body of the loop that contains a statement. Whatever statements you have to execute in the program, that statements you will give in the body of the for loop. And for example, explaining the for loop, you are starting with the header file using namespace std. I explained you already the header files and the namespace in the previous chapter itself. Int main function. Inside the main function, I am here declaring my variable I under the integer data type, and I am using the for loop here. I told you we will have three parts here. The first part will be your initialization. Initialization is nothing but you are going to initialize the value of a variable whatever you are declaring in your first part, and the second part is your test expression. You will have any condition to check. That condition will be given here in the second part, and the third part is your updating expression. After your test expression, if that becomes true, then it will get updating your values in the variable. So these three parts will be in the syntax: initialization, test expression, and updating your expression. Cout statement, you will have value of I. The first value here for the I am starting here with the value 0. So the value of I is 0. So 0 is less than 10. Yes, it is 10, less than 10. So it is true and it will get incremented by 1. So the value of I is the first value become 0 in your output printout output statement. And the second statement, your I become 1 now because you are incremented by value 1. So I now is 1. 1 is less than 10. Yes, it is true, and it is again incremented by 1. So your I now becomes 2. The second output statement will be your value of I is 1. So until you will have the value of I is 9, it will get executed 10 times from 0 to 9. If the value of I becomes 10, then what happened? Your condition becomes false here. So your condition becomes false, then your control exits from the loop. So you will have the output from value of I starting from 0 to 9 after executing your for statement. So here I am executing the single statement under a for loop 10 times by repeating the same statement one or more times. So this is an example for your for loop. The next loop is your while condition. While condition, it is also called as entry controlled loop because you will first check the test expression or the condition before entering into the body of the loop. So it is also called as your entry controlled loop. And here is an example for your for loop. Same way, you have to start from the header files and all. In main function, I am declaring and initializing the value of I is 1 and sum is equal to 0. I am starting from the sum value as 0. While my condition is I is less than or equal to 10. So my I value is 1 here. So it is obviously true. And if it is true, it will pass to the body of the statement. Sum is equal to sum plus I. My I value is 1 and my sum value is 0. So 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 will be initialized to the variable sum. And here I just give you a hint for the calculation part here. So 0 plus 1 will be 1. So my sum variable takes the value 1. Again it will get incremented by 1. So now my sum value is 1 and my I value is 2. So same way 2 is less than or equal to 10. Yes, it is true. Then what happened? My sum value is 1 now and my I value is 2. So 1 plus 2 will be 3. So 3 will be again update your sum variable. Now your sum variable takes the value 3. 3 and my I value will be incremented by 1. So my I value now become 3. Same, the condition will be true. So 3 plus 3 is 6. Same way 6. Now my I value is 4. 6 plus 4 is 10. Same way plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 and plus 10. From 0 to 10. 1 to 10, sorry. 1 to 10. So now my updated value will be 55 in my sum starting from 1 to 10. The sum value of 1 to 10 is whatever you are calculated. That value will be printed over here as 55. So by using a single while condition, I am repeating the statement again and again until my condition is satisfied. Once it becomes false. Once it becomes 11, what happened? If the condition becomes false, then the control will exit from the loop. So this is an example for your while condition. And the third statement will be your do while. Do while is simply opposite of your while, is exit control loop. Since because you will first calculate or you will first demonstrate all the body of the loop statements before getting to the test condition. So you will execute all the statements given in the do loop before getting your test expression is evaluated. And the example for your do while loop is here. The same way I am initializing and declaring a variable n with the value 10. Do cout is n. So my n value is 10 here. So I will start from 10. So first output will be 10, comma, is decremented. Decremented in the sense my 10 become 9 now. So it will check the while condition. So this is an example for your difference between your while and do while. It will first execute the statements in the loop, then it will check your conditions. But whereas in your while loop, it will first check your conditions or test expressions whatever given is true or false. Then only it will enter into your body of the loop. So now it is 9 now. So 9 is greater than 0. Yes, obviously true. Then again it will go to your do. Again I will print my n value as 9. So 10 comma 9 comma. Again 8. Yes, true. So till my n value is 1, it is true. Again it decremented to 0. Then what happened? My while condition become false and this exits the loop. So it gets the output from 10 to 1 with the commas because I gave here the commas. This is an example for your while condition. If this question is asking for a 5-mark question, you have to write with the definition, with the syntax and one example. Hope you understood the class today, students. Thank you so much.